What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Anthony Joshua says that it's time to negotiate with Deontay Wilder. It's time that they get this fight over the finish line. He cited the reason being, he said that, he could blame Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder could blame him, so on and so forth. He said at the end of the day, the people losing out at this point in time are the fans. He said that the fans are losing out at this point in time, and it's not cool that the fans are losing out. And he's willing to go back to negotiation table, make this fight happen next after the Big Baby Miller fight. He said that, it takes time to negotiate such big fights. He said that it's probably going to take him about, 16 weeks to promote that fight, citing that the fight is huge, right? He said it took him about 8 weeks to promote the fight between himself and Jarrell Big Baby Miller. He said that, due to the fact that, he's making his debut in the States and things of that nature. So, he had to do a lot of appearances, a lot of interviews, a lot of press tour, a lot of things of that nature. So, it became, it's pretty taxing, on these guys to make this fight, to announce the fight, to promote the fight and things of that nature. It becomes, taxing on the boxers. A lot of boxers don't like it. They don't like the grind of having to go to this stop at this radio station, stop at, this TV station, this network, this commercial, make this appearance, things, so on and so forth. Due to the fact that, they have to promote the fight, especially when it's a pay-per-view event. You got to promote it. So Anthony Joshua at this point in time is stating that, himself and Deontay Wilder, is going to take them about 16 weeks. He said it took 8 weeks to promote the Jarrell Big Baby Miller fight, altogether. That's why they gave themselves time, to promote the fight before the fight actually happened in June. That's why they did a press conference and things of that nature far before the fight was even is even going to take place, So they did it 2 months out before the fight, you understand? And not to mention these fighters have to do training camps and so on and so forth, But with that said, so Anthony Joshua is stating that, he feels like, the fans are suffering, with going back and forth. And he admitted that, he blamed Deontay Wilder. He said that, I blame Deontay Wilder blamed me, so on and so forth. Everybody's at fault is what he stated. Nobody wants to give. No, everybody wants to have leverage, point blank and period. And, to a degree, he's correct. You understand? There's situations where we could point to everything that Anthony Joshua did wrong in the negotiations, and not putting his best foot forward, so to speak, to make the fight happen. You understand? But at this point in time, yeah, the fans are the losers in this situation. If you don't give Deontay Wilder what he wants, to make the fight happen at this point in time, Deontay Wilder was willing and to accept, flat fees and things of that nature. And, he also is going to ask for, he also is a champion, so he's going to put his demands in as well, and rightfully so. He's supposed to, you understand? He is a champion. He was the champion longer than Anthony Joshua. So I agree that Deontay Wilder should make his demands. So with that said, Deontay Wilder, of course, is going to make his demands. He's going to put his foot down what he feel like he deserved and what he needs to be comfortable in this situation, as well as Anthony Joshua is going to do so on the other hand, right? And I do agree with Anthony Joshua. The fans are the ones that suffer in this situation. You understand? And their legacy, right? The fans suffer and the fighter's legacy suffer. So, there's rumored that Anthony Joshua could face Alexander Usyk next, should the fight with Deontay Wilder not come to fruition. But also, too, we have to point to the fact that Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn claimed that, the fight wouldn't happen till 2020. At least this is what Barry Hearn and Eddie Hearn was stating. I mean, Barry Hearn and Anthony Joshua stated that. I've never personally heard Eddie Hearn say that it wasn't going to happen till 2020. I did hear Anthony Joshua and Barry Hearn say so. So with that said, the fans need to see it, because at the end of the day, the fans are the ones that reach in their pocket and give these fighters the money that awards them and the comfortability and to enjoy the lifestyle that they live. You understand? The millions of dollars, the diamond gold chains, and the big houses, and so on and so forth. You know, you got to respect the fans. You got to respect the fans, and you got to respect the fans' wishes. You understand what I'm saying? Because without the fans, the sport don't exist. Point blank and period. It don't survive. Without the fans, the sport don't survive. If the fans turn their back, the sport goes down the drain. Point blank and period. That's just what it is. You understand? So you must respect the fans. So you know, hopefully Anthony Joshua stick to his beliefs at this point in time. He feel like that the fans need to get this fight. You know, he feels like the boxing world needs to get this fight, and hopefully he sticks to it. You know, does everything he can possibly do to make this fight happen. You know, we know Deontay Wilder asked for 50-50. Give him 50-50. Let's get the negotiations going. Why not? You know, Deontay Wilder was willing to give Tyson Fury a 50-50 split in a rematch, and that fight ended in a draw. They already drew. Tyson Fury is not the champion Deontay Wilder is, but Deontay Wilder was willing to give Tyson Fury a 50-50 split in order to get the rematch, just to make the fight happen for his legacy and for the fans, right? And so with that said, he's asking for 50-50. At this point in time, his profile, it couldn't be no bigger if it's not already bigger than Anthony Joshua's. You know, some people going to disagree. The fact remains Deontay Wilder is a megastar. You look at ESPN ratings, Deontay Wilder came in, I believe, 34 or 38. Anthony Joshua came in 64 or 68. However, the numbers differ, right? So, you know, he's the biggest star. You understand? At this point in time, you know, you could say Anthony Joshua is the biggest star in the UK. That be true. But over in the States, Anthony Joshua is not the biggest star. Deontay Wilder is. So Deontay Wilder is a big fish in a big pond. Anthony Joshua is a big fish in a small pond. With that said, you know, Anthony Joshua is trying to make a name for himself over here in the States and you know, raise his profile. And so, listen, at this point in time, let's stop the sword fighting and let's just get to the to business at hand and say, listen, give Deontay Wilder, he wants 50-50. Eddie Hearn came out and said that he don't feel like Deontay Wilder deserves 50-50. Okay, well, it's not what you believe. It's not what you think. It's, at the end of the day, it's what the fans want. It's what the sport needs. You know, make it happen. And, you know, it's not about the promoters. Regardless of what you think he's worth or so on and so forth. You didn't think Charles Martin was worth $8.6 million, but you gave it to him to make the fight happen because you wanted the belt. So, you know, with all that said, you understand that if you don't think Deontay Wilder is worth 50-50, that's all said and done, all said and good. But at the end of the day, he wants 50-50 to make the fight happen. You want to fight for undisputed, make it happen, point blank and period. There's no other reason for it not to happen at this point in time. You said that this fight is not worth this, that fight. Joseph Parker wasn't worth 33%, but he was a belt holder. Right, so you gave it to him. Charles Martin wasn't worth $8.6 million, but he was a belt holder, and you gave it to him. Charles Martin won the belt from Glasgow in a situation where Glasgow got injured in the fight, and Charles Martin was awarded the IBF strap. And with that fight, you know, Glasgow was winning the fight at that point in time. Up until that point in time, he suffered an injury, and then Charles Martin took the lead, and Charles Martin was awarded the victory. You know, well, he earned the victory. He got the victory, should I say. I don't want to say awarded. He wasn't gifted. You know, but in that situation, and that belt was for vacant, but you turned around and gave Charles Martin 8.6. Deontay Wilder is the longest reigning heavyweight champion in the sport of boxing. He's a WBC holder. He's undefeated. He's the most exciting fighter in the sport of boxing. Give him what he wants. He wants 50-50. Give him what he wants to give the fans what they want, and you'll get your money back in return. Point blank and period. And stop playing games. Let's get it. You know, so both sides, nobody needs to play games, you know, and let's make it happen. Let's make it happen next, you know, before you turn around and one of these fighters, Jarrell Big Baby Miller is no pushover. That's no guarantee. This is no foregone conclusion that Anthony Joshua is going to beat Jarrell Big Baby Miller. You know, I don't think that they did their due diligence with this fight and actually did their homework, you know, because Jarrell Miller is all wrong for Anthony Joshua. And we're going to see how that fight plays out. It's going to be a tough fight in Jarrell Big Baby Miller's backyard on top of it, okay? So with that said, then you get Deontay Wilder's fighting Dominic Brazil. You know, I favor him. I heavily favor him to win that fight. I highly expect him to win that fight. You know, but guess what? This is the heavyweight division. Anything can happen. So why risk this? Why continue to put it at risk? Let's just get it on. Let's make it happen. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Anthony Joshua said, you know, it's time to negotiate. He's able and willing to negotiate with Deontay Wilder. He wants to make the fight happen. He said the fans are the only losers in this situation, and they are the losers too for their legacy. Although they're paid heavily for their risking their life for our entertainment. But listen, you still want to build your legacy. You know, most fighters don't want to just be stepping through the ropes for no reason. You know, so you know, let's see what happens, man. But that's all I got for y'all. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Road. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got. Anthony Joshua said he's willing and able to go back to the negotiation tables to make a fight happen with Deontay Wilder next, should he get past Jarrell Big Baby Miller June 1st in New York as he make his stateside debut. Peace.